Alrighty, guys, how are we? Welcome in here to Slaughterhouse Sports, and I think that we're going to do a series on kind of all the transfer portal quarterbacks, and we can even break it down, by position, some of these prospects, and I think that, the last couple of days we've had a lot of news about these quarterbacks, but some of these guys haven't played and some of them are not as high profile. So I believe that we can, try to get out a grading system and kind of figure out our way to kind of project the 2025 football season. So we're still in the midst of our 2024 season, as we are finishing up here the 24 season. But I'm going to review, I think, one of my favorite transfer portal hauls in this class, and that is going to be Rickie Collins of LSU. All right? So Rickie Collins has all of the tools to succeed. He's 6'3". He is from Baton Rouge, Louisiana originally. He was a high 3-star, low 4-star prospect coming out. And Rickie Collins just has a huge arm, all right? And that's kind of what matters. Rickie Collins has the arm of Kyle Mccord. Now, Kyle Mccord played a full year at Ohio State, and that Syracuse run game last year gave him no support whatsoever. So Kyle McCord kind of, really had to uplift that offense last year, if we are being, completely honest. And Kyle did an excellent job. And listen, Kyle McCord, he helped Syracuse get to 9-3, and it was a great season for Syracuse football. So, excuse me. Okay, now I'm back. So Kyle McCord, and that's what I worry about here with Rickie Collins, is if you don't have any running support, you're going to be putting Rickie in a bad position, because Rickie he's not as old as McCord. I think he's only going to be a junior. And I don't even think Collins, in his 2 years at LSU with Garrett Nussmeier there and Jayden Daniels at quarterback, I don't think that Rickie Collins has played more than I don't even think he's thrown more than 5 passes in his entire career. In fact, I'll get you his entire stat profile. I think the good news for Rickie is he is a freshman, was able to redshirt 1 year. He technically could have redshirted both years. So Rickie, wow. So he literally has only thrown 7 passes in his entire career. But again, it says he's listed at 6'2", 205 quarterback from Baton Rouge. I've watched his high school tape. That's where I know about Rickie. And he's mobile. He's very stocky. I think he can get up to 215 relatively easily. And I'm absolutely in love with this signing, because I think that a lot of people, they want a proven commodity in the portal. But Rickie could turn out, in terms of who's going to be an NFL quarterback from this transfer portal class, of guys that are moving in this portal cycle, I think Rickie Collins' NFL ceiling might be near the top. Malik Murphy is right there near the top of that list, okay? What quarterbacks in this class not can be an NFL backup quarterback, but who can be an NFL starter, who could be selected in the first 2 rounds of the draft? Rickie Collins has that kind of ceiling to him. Maybe even a higher ceiling than maybe a Miller Moss. But Miller Moss could Miller Moss be Kyle McCord at Syracuse? I mean, McCord did have a big arm. McCord's kind of that gunslinger that willing to throw the ball in really, really tight windows. And, that's critically important at that position. So I like this for Syracuse. And again, their offensive coordinator there, it's pretty interesting. I think Fran Brown will just do what is needed to win. So if they're not running the football at all, they'll have their quarterback throw 40 times, and that's what Kyle Mccord did. So Jeff Nixon, is the guy who calls the plays for him, and he didn't call a lot of plays, but he's really been an experienced coach in the sense that he was at the Giants for some time. He was around the NFL a very long time, so he does know about concepts. And I wonder now if Syracuse can get more physical up front, if they can develop line play and can be more balanced for Rickie Collins. And they're going to have to stick with him and be patient, because I don't think, unlike McCord, who can come in and rock like last year, I don't think with a guy like Collins that he's just going to start, being highly efficient early. I think you're going to see a lot of variability. I think you'll see some mistakes from Collins, but that's normal. The guy has never started a game in his college career. But the good news is he was at LSU. He had Joe Sloan and Mike Denbrock as coordinators. He was around Jayden Daniels, around Garrett Nussmeier, around all the talented players like Malik Neighbors, Kyron Lacey, Brian Thomas. So Rickie has the skills to do it. It's just a matter of if it's going to apply to the playing field. And in the ACC, I think he'll have an opportunity to do so and make it work out, with Syracuse's coaching staff. So really exciting, move here. I'm going to give it an A, because I believe it has the highest ceiling. And then you can potentially get other quarterbacks that can go out there and compete, maybe get some veterans that can compete for the job if Rickie doesn't absolutely own the job. But I think that Collins should be the future. And Collins, if you're patient with him, he could be a quarterback that could really be one of the better ones in college football within a couple of years if you are patient with Collins. And I can't wait to watch it, because I've said that Rickie was a great recruit coming out of LSU, and I haven't wavered on it, and now he's going to get his shot. So I'm really excited for this one.